Hi, this is Anthony Carey, creator of the Core-Tex, and I wanted to offer you guys a quick little video on some insight into what happens with the use of the platform when we're trying to address not just soft tissue mobility, but also if we looked even closer at the joints, if that is one of our objectives, if you're a therapist or a chiropractor and you're working on trying to mobilize certain joints, and what the environment does with the Core-Tex, how that allows these authentic motions to occur by the way that we position the user and the platform itself. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get the individual to stand on the Core-Tex platform facing the handrail. The back foot, in this case the left foot, is on the left posterior lateral line that we use for the coaching grid, and the right foot is on the anterior, the center line. And notice what we're going to ask the user to do is stand with their front foot as perpendicular to that center line as possible. And what that's going to do is that's going to put both hips into relative internal rotation. One of the other key aspects of what we're doing here is that we're going to have most of the weight on the back foot, and this creates the what we call the tilt of the platform. So the front end of the platform is up, the back end is down, and what that does is that puts this same ankle into some relative dorsiflexion because of the tilt of the platform. Now, if we keep in mind that the individual is facing the handrail, has both hands on the handrail, and therefore the torso is relatively fixed because of the handrail, we would then ask them to start rotating the platform. Again, keeping the weight on the back leg, and you'll see that there'll be certain limitations on how far they can rotate because what we've done is we've kind of absorbed some of the rotation at the hips already, which we ultimately want to transfer down into the mid-tarsal joint and the subtalar joint as they rotate side to side. And we're going to get that response the further the person goes. Now what we're doing here is the user is in the exact same position as what we just looked at, but the camera now is coming in from the side view, the right-hand view if you were facing the handrail. And what we want you to be able to notice that there's going to be the exact opposite response at both lower extremities. At this foot on the right that is perpendicular to the 12 o'clock on the clock, you can see that the subtalar joint is already starting to assume some calcaneal eversion here. And then if we look over here at what's going on at this arch and what's the lifting of the arch, because what we're going to see is that there's inversion going on at the other side. You'll notice also that even the first ray kind of wants to start lifting off the platform here a little bit. And as we play the video moving forward with this, what you're going to see is that the changes occur simultaneously at both sides, but in opposition to one another. So now, in this frame where we paused it, you can see that now on the right extremity, this medial arch is starting to raise, and because the platform is being rotated to the left now, and then what we see over here is that this is starting to drop. So the momentum and where the mobility or available range of motion of the hip has been used up, we really start to transfer some of that responsibility and ask for that to occur lower down the chain at the foot and ankle. So as we continue to kind of play it through, you can see a little bit more in real time. Again, the weight being maintained on the back leg. You can see even all the way up to the first ray being affected by the motion here. And this is specifically for the purpose of being able to create those changes that we want